What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Maths Guide. Today we are going to be looking at how to work out the angles around a point. Let's go. Okay, so far we might understand that angles on a straight line like this equal 180. So in this case, A plus B equals 180 degrees, and this baseline here is my straight line. But that is not a point, this is a straight line. If we look at it over here and we create this point just here, right where all of our angles meet, this side, let's call it side A, equals 180. But if I create a mirror image of this angle on angle A to create the other side as well, now I have angle A over here and I have angle B over here. And if you see, they are literally mirror images of each other, so therefore they must be exactly the same. This angle just here will equal this angle just there, and this angle just here will equal this angle just there. So in other words, they both equal 180 degrees. And this little green dot here would be my point. So if they both equal 180 degrees, the full circle around my point equals 360 degrees. And we might already know that because we know that a full turn is 360 degrees. So let's have a look at some questions. What we can see here is we now have three angles around my point being this little green mark here. I have angle A, angle B, and angle C. And we now know that A plus B plus C must equal 360 degrees. So let's have a little look at an orange chili challenge question and see how we can work out the angle C here. Well, in this case, I have angle A at 120, angle B at 85, and an unknown angle for angle C. So if I write it, I would have 120 plus 85 plus C equals 360. And now I can shorten that by doing this little part of the question now. 120 plus 85 is 205. So 205 plus C equals 360. But I want the C on its own, so I want to move the 205 to the other side of my equals sign, and I would have C equals 360 subtract 205. Because I've moved it to the other side, I now use the inverse operation. So it was addition, now it's subtraction. And therefore C equals 155 degrees. So this angle just here is 155 degrees. And we can check that by just making sure when I add these all together, 155 plus 85 is 240, add to my 120, 360. Perfect. Let's spice it up a little bit. And what I have here is two unknown angles, but is it unknown because angle B is being represented by this square, and we know that a square represents 90 degrees. So angle B is actually 90, so I've got 170 plus 90 plus C equals 360. I'm going to do this part first. 170 plus 90 is 260 plus C equals 360. You might be able to see it already, but let's get C on its own and have C equals 360 subtract 260, which means that C equals 100 degrees. So this C is actually 100 degrees. Let's check it by adding them all together. 100 plus 90 is 190. 190 plus 170 is 360. Great job. Right, here's a really challenging one. Now I don't have any numbers at all. I just have 4x over here and x on their own just here. So what this is basically saying is that this angle is equivalent to this angle, but the big, large reflex angle, the 4x, is equivalent to 4 lots of one of those x. So it sounds hard, but let's just go through the same process. I have 4x plus 1x plus x plus x still must equal 360. Now let's think about what we have here. We have 4x plus 1x equals 6x. 6x is 360. Now what we need to know is 6x is basically saying 6 lots of x, or 6 times x, so the inverse will be division. So to get x on its own, I'd have x equals 360 divided by 6. And how many 6's are there in 360? There are 60, so I'd have x equals 60 degrees. So each of those x's is worth 60 degrees, so this would be 60, 60, and then 4 lots of 60 is 240 degrees. And I can check it again by just adding them together. 240 plus 60 is 300, plus 60, 360 degrees. Simple. But now it's your turn. Have a go at these two questions here. Can you work out the missing angle C? When you've got it, put an answer into the comment section. I'm going to try and mark every single one. And there you have it. That is how to work out the angles around a point. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you. If it has, think about subscribing to the channel or heading over to themathshelter.com, where you're going to find loads more help with everything you need to know about your age group maths. But for now, guys, I'm going to see you in another video. Peace out.